Welcome to Wrestling Talk. This is Cookie King 73, and today is Wrestling Talk. And today we're going to be talking about an interesting topic. And today's topic is TKO Endeavor, the company that owns WWE now, is it ruining WWE? Does it care about the money? Just about the money? And the answer to that is yes and no. Let me explain. WWE is a business, and in business, of course, you need to care about the money before anything else. Because if you don't have the money, you're going to go out of business. And people are like, oh, and I feel like even back in the day, WWE has always cared about the money. Do you think that's the reason why they made Daniel Bryan champion in the first place? Because they knew people wanted to see him champion, and they did. See, having the people the fans really like become champion makes them have more money. And they never really seen WWE Daniel Bryan as a real champion, only as that person who was supposed to transition to the next champion, I feel. That's the reason why whenever he had a title, he didn't hold it for long, especially under Vince. But listen, TKO has done a good job, in my opinion. I know it's more like advertising now, where the advertisement on the ring that bothers some people. But guess what? You just gotta accept that it's a part of the show now. I mean, I don't hate it, but I don't like it. It's just something that I learned how to accept. And if you don't see that they also care about the fans, but they also care about the money at the same time, you're not looking at it the right way. Of course, TKO isn't going to get rid of, like, Death Rebel, one of the worst theme song makers of all time. And at the same time, they made a lot of terrible theme songs, but at the same time, I feel like they also care about, like, keeping Seth Rollins' theme song or Roman Reigns' theme song the way there is. Because if you get rid of Death Rebel, who knows if their next theme song is going to be good. I feel like they care about the fans, but also don't, because they think Death Rebel is cheaper, than an alternative. But still, they haven't ruined WWE. It's just that fans can't accept change. If you can't accept change in wrestling, then you're not a very good wrestling fan, because change happens all the time. Someone could be a good guy, someone could be 1 week a heel, 1 week a face. Change in wrestling and in the industry is good. WWE has always been a corporate business. They always cared about the money. It's just not TKO, but since they have more emphasis on it, they might go to Las Vegas again this year, which I don't think is the worst thing in the world. But I don't think I would consider it not to be a good idea, because it's going to upset a lot of people. But not every year has to be a different WrestleMania site. They had, like, multiple WrestleManias in Florida in a row one year. And 2020 and 2021 and 2022, I believe, were in Florida. And 2020, 2021, and 2022 were all somewhere in Florida. And that was partially because of COVID. But, it is what it is. The next thing, if they didn't care about the fans, why is Jey Uso champion right now? Why is Dominic a champion right now? Simply because they're finally listening to the fans. Why was LA Knight a two-time United States champion? Why is Jacob Fatu champion right now? Because fans were interested in them and they got invested into their character. Do you think WWE had plans for like LA Knight to hold the title? No. Do you think Jey Uso was ever going to become a world champion if it wasn't for the fans? Not in a million years. If you told me 5 years ago that this guy with a face paint, teaming with his brother who looks just like him, because they're twins, they look exactly like, you can't tell them apart, he's going to be a world champion, when he wore that face paint and came out to the other theme song, I wouldn't have believed you. Because, first of all, he's a tag team wrestler, and second of all, he has no business being in the main event of anything. That would be what I said. And the same thing I have to say all the time is that constantly hating Logan Paul is not going to give him off of TV, because he is going to be an excellent heel wrestler, because he's just so hateable. And the thing is, they're not listening to you there because he's a heel wrestler. You're supposed to hate him. Listen, that's the thing. Faces and heel matter. And I personally don't think... There's a lot of things in the wrestling business that just are questionable. And now with TKO wanting every opportunity to make money instead of what the fans want, I don't think that's necessarily true. Because TKO understands that they have to give the fans what they want in return to make that money. And the thing is, people still are going to go watch WrestleMania regardless. So, zip it, lock it, put it in your pocket. Overall, I don't think TKO is ruined wrestling or the WWE in general. I think they're this group only formed 2 years ago. They're still trying to find their footing in this big world of wrestling, because they've only ever worked with UFC. So you're gonna have to kind of wait and see what happens. You can't look at the first 2 years of a company and judge it by that. It hasn't been around long. When it's been around 10 years or more, then you can kind of judge the company as a whole. Goodbye.